What's good, everybody? How you all doing? I hope you're having a fantastic day. So we're here today with Kingdom chapter 521, 522, 523, 524, and 525 reaction. Now this one is titled The Intricacies of Mobility. Now last time we essentially were following Moten because he was tasked with fighting against the odds. I mean, they're all fighting against the odds, but he was tasked with seriously fighting against the odds. I believe it was 6,000 to 30,000. He was outnumbered 5 to 1. But he came up with a very nice strategy, which is basically like lure them in, run, and then have your second army pincer them, and then essentially do a pincer attack. So that was very, very cool to see, actually, seeing that work out. So I'm really very much interested to see, what's next. Does the story have for us next? So yeah, let's hop right in. So basically, really starting off where we left off last time, with just the Moten, the Gakuga unit, I believe they're called, just going at it, just ding, 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 always at the vital areas, cutting your heads off, cutting your arms off. It wouldn't be Kingdom without decapitation, now would it? Damn it! Retreat! We need to fall back to the rest of the army. Moten-sama, they're making a run for it. After them. We'll chase them down from behind. There you go. You're not gonna let them escape. Kisui Army Headquarters. General, the Kokaku unit appears to be struggling and are currently on the retreat. What? You've got to be kidding me, right? Them? Yeah, he's just seeing them like trying to run and just getting hit from the back. What the hell is going on? They're being cut down from behind and in such a one-sided manner too. Clench. These shin bastards acting like they're hot shit. 500 cavalry on me, so he's gonna try and intercept, but it's too late, I think. We're gonna kill every last one of those scumbags that are stuck to our comrades' asses. Wait, Bate, those enemies are... Moten-sama, yet another mounted unit is approaching. Who's that guy in the front? He's huge. Is it Bate? Yeah, alright, he knows. They actually know who they're up against. That's actually pretty cool. I didn't realize that. I thought they would, they knew like the armies, maybe like the head honcho of the army, but not the smaller generals, the smaller commanders, the smaller lieutenants of these armies. So that's very cool, actually. Withdraw! They've sent out a strong one this time. Be on your guard. Yes, sir. Rumble. They're retreating. Do you idiots think you can... Is it Bate-sama's in pursuit? Call him back right now. Yes, sir. They're onto his Moten-sama even faster than the last guys too. Unfortunately for your Kisui army, the information we've received from the Battle of Kokyo... That makes sense. From the Battle of Kokyo means I thought that was the case. How else would they get the information? But they didn't mention it, so I was like, I'm not gonna say it. But no, true. The Battle of Kokyo means we've grasped nearly everything there is to know about you. But it would not be exaggeration to consider him amongst the closest of Kisui's vassals. And while his use of tactic is not bad by any measure, his true forte lies in his overwhelming strength, making him one of Kisui's key attackers. Exactly. Considering that Ryuto, Kisui's left-hand man, is now dead, the strategist, it wouldn't be a stretch to say that slaying Bate here would effectively weaken the Kisui army by half. Bate. What a heaven-sent opportunity this is indeed. I will bring you down here and now during this opening class. Kisui is gonna stop him. They've been shot from behind by arrows, I think? Or are they just slowing down? Moten-sama, it's Goen Kaigen, the two wounded men, I see. The enemy is about to catch up to them. Squeeze out every last drop of strength you have, Goe Kaigen. It's really the horses that should be worried here. It's not really them so much. It's useless. Fortune be with you, Moten-sama. Those being your last words, those are actually pretty awesome last words, I have to say. Those are legitimately awesome last words. Rest in peace. You too. I know, he's still not swung, and the next army comes in. What? Gramps! Adjutant Kosen! Oh no, don't tell me he's gonna die. I apologize for the wait, Moten-sama, so we made it in time after all, Adjutant. The infantry have arrived as well. Wheel around once again, circle around to the rear and cut off their path of escape. We'll take Bate's head here. But Bate just slashes through them. He is the power horse, We saw him clash against Shin previously. Shin clashes with everyone. Let's be totally honest. It's very difficult to actually assess Shin's strength because, once he's gearing to go, he could slaughter anyone, and I truly mean that, anyone, right? But like then you have other cases where like he loses against like Tom, Dick, and Harry, and it's like, really now? Really, that makes no sense. How are you losing to them for? How are you struggling with them? But like other times he just like, Hoken, come on, I'll take you on. It's like, it depends on his mood, alright? It depends if he's good to go, if he's raring to go, if he's all psyched up, or if he's just like, yeah, mate, chill out, dickwad. You know, that kind of just depends. Good. I'd like to see you try. It looks like the reports didn't do him justice. Surround him! Keep them away from Bate-sama. Bate-sama has been caught by the enemy. It looks as if they've engaged each other, and that the enemy once again had ambushes lying in wait. I believe the rest of the enemy's 5,000 will also appear on our right flank. Even if Bate's men have rendezvoused with the remnants of Kokaku's cavalry, they should only number around 1,000. Even if it's Bate-sama, this is bad. Let us send him more reinforcements. Kisui-sama. Kisui, and he's just thinking. In almost the blink of an eye, I fear I've lost close to 1,000 cavalry to them. This is certainly not an opponent I can afford to underestimate simply due to their smaller numbers. Their commander has proven himself to be a man well versed in different approaches to come. Ay, yeah, ay, yeah, ay, yeah, ay. They've adopted an approach that involves rapidly striking and disengaging again and again, slowly whittling us down. If we let this go on, we'll lose all the infantry on the outside edges. Yet, if we pursue them with a half-hearted number of riders, they'll only be lulled into a trap and wiped out instead. In which case, so he's gonna use his whole entire army. Is that gonna be the case? We simply need to pursue them with the full might of We simply need to pursue them with the full might of 30,000 men and destroy this Shin left flank in one crippling blow. Have all units changed the facing of their formations towards the right. Then have 8,000 infantry advance forward to the right. Have the two 5,000 cavalry units of Sayun and Sion encircle the enemies from both sides. Make sure it's double layered. Don't let anyone through. Yes, sir. Also relay to Mayfor's 3,000 cavalry to be ready to deal the finishing blow at a moment's glance. Understood, men. Let's swiftly wrap up outside of the battlefield. Don't mess this up. Ha! And off they go. The Kisui army would go on to change their formation at a speed which defied belief, and the infantry and cavalry that were dispatched out would bear down on the Gakuga unit as fast as they could humanly muster. Unfortunately for them, this all turned out to backfire. How come? Because the very moment that the Kisui army switched the direction they were facing towards the right, to the Kisui's new left, and what was originally their front, there would suddenly appear a swarm of Shin cavalry in such numbers that the very ground itself looked like it was flooded with... What is that? The Shin left wing should be on our right flank right now, so who are they supposed to be? The identity of these newcomers would be the 5,000 men of the Mako army, the left-hand man of General Osen. Did Osen foresee this? Or did Osen... Did Osen foresee Moten's plan, Kisui's reaction to that, and the timing for Mako's army to arrive to slay them, or did Moten and Osen discuss their plan? That's what I want to know, alright? Because if Osen foresaw all this, my goodness. These strategists, you're like puppets. You may have your own plans, but you're still just like puppets. Could you have pushed all the way from the center to here, sir? Urgent news, what now? Off in the distance, behind those Shin cavalry that just appeared, is another 5,000 cavalry also making their way towards us. A second wave, not good. Switch facing to the left and assume defensive formations. Hurry, General. That's not all, sir. Behind those... Oh, he's just sent... Osen is sending all of them here. General, that's not all, sir. Behind those horsemen is another large mass of 5,000 to 10,000 infantry headed straight for us. What did you say? So Osen's like, screw the middle battle. We're joining the left. We're wiping him out on the left, and then we focus on. Oh, Ohan is going to be on his own though, like for a little while, because he's on the right. So his unit is going to be all on their own. So now, do you hear that? I don't know. I'm guessing that you didn't pick that up. But like there's a crow outside because it's like right in the morning. There's a crow outside that was just like. It was so loud. I thought someone was playing music there for a second. I was like, what the heck? But like as I said, Ohan is going to be all on his own right now. Osen-sama, it would seem that our real left wing, I see. Fool your friend to fool your enemy. Our real left wing has begun their attack. Zhao's right wing, Kisui's army headquarters. No, Kisui-sama, the enemy's second wave. I'll say this. I figured that Kisui would be taken out quickly. I don't know how quickly. Maybe like for like 10 chapters. I would consider that being taken out quickly. But I figured he'd be taken out quickly because he was such a huge player in a previous clash, in a previous war, in a previous battle. And we already know so much about him that I figured he's either going to rise higher, which he hasn't done, or he's going to die. When I say rise high, I mean after this war. Like I thought maybe after the last war, but they lost that. So after this war, he's either going to rise higher, perhaps to like a 3 great heavens position, or he's going to die. Yeah, it could go either way, but I feel like Shin is going to win, the nation of Shin. So I don't see him rising higher, if that makes sense. So he has to die, and I think relatively quickly, because we already know. We've already had so much time with him, just from a narrative perspective. Obviously we had a lot of time with Riboku as well, but because Riboku is like the ultimate challenge, essentially, we're gonna have a lot of time focused with him, on him. So that's just the way I see it, speaking from a narrative perspective, of course. Osen-sama, it would see... It's basically empty. It would seem that our real left wing has begun their attack. Zhao right wing, Kisui army headquarters. No, Kisui-sama, the enemy's second wave. Those 5,000 cavalry are almost upon us. Kisui-sama! The enemy forces behind him have come into view too. What? What the? There are 2 groups. But didn't our men say it was one mass of troops? They simply split themselves into 2 armies. What then is that? They mean to strike us successively in a number of waves of attack. A wave attack. Upon these encroaching waves of terror, hints of despair begin squirming in. The left wing's despair. Moten. Really now? The Mako army's second wave meets their foe. Ding ding ding. They're just like slaughtering them, honestly. Shit! More already. What is going on? It's no use. The formation's a mess. Mako-sama. The second wave has entered the enemy ranks without issue. So this is the famous Kisui armor of Kogyo. I had placed a measure of expectation upon them, but it would seem that when placed against us, even they are not worth mentioning. To think that our second wave would overwhelm them in such a one-sided manner. It is all thanks to debate. The Gakuka units, well, to be honest, even I had not expected the Gakuya unit to toy with the famous Kisui armor to such a degree. I had taken him to be all talk, but it would seem that the prodigal heir of the Mo family has the skills to back up his words. Oh, most certainly. As the bait to distract the enemy unit, the enemy, until our left wing's main army arrives. So they did actually, discuss it all. Good. We shall fulfill our duty. I hope you understand the importance of your upcoming role, Moten of the Gakuka unit. For we, the Mako army, have the honor of boasting the greatest offensive power in all of General Osen's retinue. Okay? And I figured just look at this size, like literally a head taller than Osen. And he's obviously got that big build, which means, strength, basically. So it makes sense, him going up against the Kisui army, kind of makes sense. And in what shape or form we come crashing down upon Zhao's right wing will all come down to your performance. Well, even assuming that you did screw up your job, it is impossible that our left wing shall be bested by Zhao Trust. It's like, they're both staring, it's having a staring good, like, Phew, my lord. Perhaps you would deign to share one of your esteemed strategies or two with this cocksure youngster who was blessed by his birth. That will not be necessary. What? You have my guarantee that the Gakukai unit will, through our own methods, set up the enemy forces to be susceptible to the Mako army wave attack. How? Did you know that my men will be utilizing a wave attack? He's like, we'll prepare the best possible stage for you to make your appearance. From then on, it shall be up to you and yours to make it a grand performance, General Mako. But Tari and we shall be the ones to steal the show. Osan is like, this kid, he's pretty good. He reminds me of my boy. What's his name again? Screw my boy. I'm more interested in Shin than this guy. That's kind of what it feels like. Like straight up, like, I did have a boy named O something. Who cares? Han, what's your name? Like straight up, like, Yeah, that's what it feels like, honestly. But he never says anything. Basically, I'm just inferring things with his look of his eye. I do want to know what Ohon is up to. I mean, we're going to obviously switch to him later on, but still. But never underestimate the youth. The promising youth. How are there so many? Just how big of an army did they bring? That these Zhao soldiers were suddenly struck by a hitherto unseen army, caused them to believe that the Shin had arrived in greater numbers than actuality, and compounding this issue was the addition of the Mako army's second wave of 5,000 cavalry, resulting in the Kisui army reeling from an onslaught that felt as if the Shin numbers had swollen to tens of thousands of soldiers. Together, this culminated in a tremendous drop in morale amongst the men of Regan. But even that did not mark the end of their trials, for there was still the third and fourth waves to come. If Kisui's army were to let their vulnerable flanks remain open to these two fierce attacks, then this arena located on one side of the whole battleground would be as good as lost to the Zhao. However, Kisui, commander of the Zhao side, was not about to idly sit by and let that happen. Immediately dispatch Rogekis 1,000 cavalry out from our left flank. Have them ignore the areas that are broken out in melee and instead engage the incoming third wave from their front left. Do not recall the 10,000 that were sent to aid Bate until they have regrouped with him. Once regrouped, have Bate take command of them, and likewise have them hit the incoming third wave, but this time on their right flank. Kisui-sama, do you mean to salvage the situation? Of course. Then we should move our headquarters toward the rear. We must fall back and re-establish a battle line. Right now, we're bearing the full brunt of the enemy's assault. Out of the question. In the time we spent withdrawing, how much ground do you think those third and fourth waves will cover? We will remain at this position. Send word to all units that they are to stand their ground and defend the headquarters to the dying breaths. Yes, sir. Have the men to our rear push forward to the front, while letting loose the war cries of Rigan as loudly as they can. Yes, sir. Also, pass along that the enemy is less than us in numbers. Less, my lord? You have all fallen hook, line, and sinker for Osen's ploy. While first impressions... Why do they always do this? While first impressions may lead you to think we have been hit by a massive army, but the Shin forces are made up of 4 blocks of 5,000 each. In other words, a total of 20,000 men against the 30,000 of our forces. Even including the initial 5,000, they still have only 25,000. We outnumber them by 5,000. It is precisely because they fear our numbers that Osen has sought to close the gap using these tricks. When it comes to pure manpower, we have the upper hand, so long as we are able to stop their current momentum. Then with our advantage in numbers and the quality of Regan's soldiers, our victory is all but assured. Okay, their morale just spiked. He had to mention, the second he mentioned Regan, they were like, yes sir, my lord. It is time for us to turn the tables upon the men of Regan. Kisui's speech just now contained just one lie amongst a myriad of truth. The Gakuya unit the initial ambush, where they're like, no, let's run. Stop. They basically wiped out like 1,000 or 2,000 soldiers that is just then. But yeah, the Gakuga unit's initial ambush and the first 2 waves of the Mako army offense had in fact already slain several thousand Zhao soldiers, meaning that by this point, their numbers were evenly matched. Of course, Kisui was fully aware of this fact while making his rallying cry. There's something the matter, my lord. However, in this chaotic field where the situation remained fluid, the truth was there is an entity that Kisui felt to be an even greater threat. Are we talking about Moten? Yeah, are we talking about Moten? Are we talking about Moten? The truth was that there was an entity that Kisui felt to be an even greater threat than the Mako army at this point in time. The entity was lying to Kisui's right. Moten of the Gakuga unit. And this is Mako. The right hand of Osen's army. Like he's like, this guy's not that boy. I need this boy, this little lad. I need to worry about him. Moten of the Gakuga unit. Damn it all! We couldn't take out Bate. It was the perfect chance too. Can't be helped. Zhao sent close to 10,000 soldiers to save him. What kind of man must he be for them to dispatch a whole 10,000 men? Kisui's main army seems to be under attack by Mako's forces. What is our next move, Moten-sama? The fact that Bate is making for the front means that their Zhao headquarters remains functional, and that they intend to stop the second half of their wave attack. Wave attack, sir? If Mako was going to hurry his 20,000 men from his location at the center to here, we would have split them into smaller chunks. To have them stay separated during the attack would be the better play. It would appear that the Kisui army is somehow managing to weather Mako's assault. In other words, events are unfolding exactly how General Osen envisioned they would. Eh? Nani? Kisui headquarters. Osen is just like, I'm 100 steps ahead of you. It's like straight up, they're making him seem to be like 100 steps ahead of everything. Kisui headquarters. There is a risk that the initial 5,000 to our right may attempt a pincer maneuver. But weren't they nothing more than bait? Only there to serve as a distraction until the bulk of their forces arrived. 5,000 is too many for something that serves purely as a decoy. Our current situation demands that we direct the entirety of our resources towards enduring the wave attack. And now those 5,000 soldiers have become capable of roaming wherever they please and are currently hidden on the other side of those forests. Okay. Kisui, Mako, okay. They could simply charge forward right into her flank, or loop around to strike us in our rear. Either would be a devastating blow. It is no exaggeration to say that they've become the greatest threat to us right now. Now that the board is like this, the outcome of this battlefield will all come down to the next move of those 5,000 soldiers. The talent of their commander will be the one thing that greatly shifts the balance one way or another. But looking at what his movements have been thus far, it is clear that their commander is no average tactician. And most concerning of all is the fact that he has come this far and achieved it with only 5,000 men. Kisui-sama, then should we not hunt those 5,000 men if it means it's no use? Commit those resources and we will simply be battered by the wave attack. I was not able to read their intention this far ahead. 5,000 men who originally played the role of bait. But now, due to our attention being occupied by the sudden arrival of their main army, they have now transformed into being the true offense. Bait. However, I fear that this entire development was by no means a coincidence. Though it may be hard to believe, by placing these 5,000 men on the left wing at the battle start, Osen had envisioned that the board would develop into this exact scenario before the battle was even joined. With a terrifying eye for strategy. So this is the supreme commander of the Shin forces, General Osen. Like all we know of him is like literally just the mask, the eyes, right? And it makes sense. It makes sense. It makes sense that he's got a terrifying eye for strategy, because that's literally all we know about him. His eye for strategy. Shin Center Army, Osen headquarters. Mako has engaged, but Zhao are holding. The moment Osen learned of the left wing, he whispered softly to himself under his breath. So you really did see it. That whisper was directed at Moten's remark made when he was first informed of his position in the left wing. Matari, and we shall be the ones to steal the show. Yeah. He's gonna be the next, smart one, Moten. He's gonna be the next one, the next great smart general. That is to say, at that point, Moten could already see the same development on the board that Osen had envisioned. I suppose we should disappear from their sight first, and with our next move, claim the head of the Zhao commander Kisui. Yes, sir! So basically what they're trying to tell us, Moten, I mean, he's not quite on Osen's level, but he's getting there. It's a long, long road to go, but he's getting there. And I first try. It makes sense, his brother obviously is trying to become a tactician. He is a tactician. They're all tacticians. The only one in that family that's not a tactician is obviously Mobu. Mobu straight up. But Taddy, and we shall. So we're going back to right there. Shin's right wing's moment. And Taddy. But Taddy, and we shall be the ones to steal the show. Wait. That's like the one thing Osan says. Wait. Should you excel at your assigned role in the left wing, then I might consider inviting you to join my retinue as a vassal of mine, Mode. I don't think Moten wants that. He wants to be his own general, command his own force, be his own supreme leader. Hey, but Makuko, what's her name? Mako is like, huh? Nani? Masaka? No way. Is that supposed to be funny? Brat. Alright, Osan actually has a stern look on his face like, Did you just insult me, little lot? You're willing to extend an invitation to someone like me, but doesn't there exist a man that's far more deserving of that honor, General Osan? Reflected in the... It's like I said earlier, I was just joking, but no, I was actually right. I was like, yeah. Oh, Moton, interesting. Interesting. Ohan? Never heard of him. That's basically what it is, and Moton is basically saying the same thing, like, Ohan? You remember Ohan? Yes, huh? You don't remember? Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Reflected in. So, are we switching to Shin's right wing? Okay, we are. I didn't read the title, but it didn't click. I just read it, but now it actually clicked. Shin's right wing move, so we're switching over to Ohan. Reflected in these sharp eyes. Honsama, it's time. Zhao's wrestling has come into view. A teeming horde of enemies that must be slain. Yeah. Zhao's left wing, 30,000 soldiers. Look at all them. The old hits. The strong hits. The armor hits. Ooh, look. Now then, I guess the question is, who amongst us shall be the first? I will go. Straight up. Hold it, spear wielder. Are you not even going to ask? Considering I know next to nothing about you and your two. Considering I know next to nothing about you two and your abilities, how could I possibly entrust the first blow of battle to you? I would have assumed that with his towering figure in position of deputy to Riboku-sama, it would have been obvious that Banaji Dono here would be no ordinary soldier, and am I supposed to know who a no-name like you is supposed to be? No name is a bit much, wouldn't you say, Ngakue Dono? This is Choga... Oh, my days. Okay. This is Chogaryu Dono. Loyal vassal to Rinsho Dono of the previous three... Okay. Rinshoyo. Of the previous three great heavens. Together with Gyodono in the center army, they are heroes of the shadows that have kept the peace of the inner Zhao through many long years. One of Rinshoyo's vassals. Bro, what's with these names, man? One of Rinshoyo's vassals. Well, I know a way of thinking of them is... Think of these two as being similar to Kaishibo and Rinko of... Hey, okay. Now we're talking. Think of these two as being similar to Kaishibo and Rinko. Remember Rinko? Good old days. That was like Shin's first... he's had plenty of victories before that, but I feel like that was like his first huge victory. Like a first big victory. Then obviously Rempa came and was like, boy, who are you? She was like, Rempa-sama. Think of these two as being similar to Kaishibo and Rinko of Rempa's fame. Rinshoujo and he were great heavens of the same era after all. Okay. Interesting. Shin, right-wing army. So, Ohan is about to, He's about to rock and roll. He's about to rock and roll. He's gonna have big victories, just like Moten did. Shin right-wing army, get the Yakuho unit, 5,000 versus the Aku army, 20,000. What is the meaning of this? The Aku army has spread out to assume lines, but we still have yet to receive any instructions. Kanju, are you sure a messenger from the Aku army is coming? Quit yelling already. That's what I heard. Then why are they still not here yet? The enemy is already in plain view. Don't know. Stop yelling. Yup. Hello there. How you doing? You're right. General Aku. First among all of the Ocean Army's commanders. Aku. Yeah, I think that's the guy from last time. That like it was like, Ocean, my lord. Please think. Please think calmly, and so on and so forth. Well, Ocean then just sat down and was like, well, he was like, him and his team were like slaying everyone. So yeah, General Aku. First among all of the Ocean Army commanders. So it's not Mako, but Aku that's the first. And Mako's like the I don't know, like the strong unit, I guess. That's the way I'm taking it right now. Like, I thought it was him before, but then last chapter they said like Mako was like his huge factor, but no, apparently not. I mean, he still probably is a huge factor, but like he's not Aku. Aku is like the first among all the Ocean Army's commander. Aku, I have come to share with you our plan for this battle, young lord. The plan? He went with young lord, huh? As the opening clash shall be handled by the Aku army, I would ask that the Gyokuho unit not take part in the line and instead take up a position away from the melee. Instead, we will make use of the Gyokuho's specialty in mobility to perform precise and decisive strikes. Once a suitable opportunity arises, I shall send you further instructions, and you are to hold positions until then. Who came up with this plan? Osen-sama and myself. This plan is an absolute joke. Redo it now. It's like, nah,
I ain't not taking his plan, right? He may be the commander-in-chief, but I'm not taking his plan at all. No.
I'm afraid I do not share that sentiment, young lord. Why will you not allow the Gyakuho to take part in the fighting? He's not trying to hold you back, right? Osen is not trying to hold you back, and so you never reach the position of general. I don't think that's the case yet. True follow. The Gyakuho right now is capable of taking on even 10,000 armies. 10,000 enemies, not armies. Whoa, let's not go that far. 10,000 enemies. We are already suffering a numerical disadvantage and should endeavor to bridge that gap. Allow the Gyokuho to take up a position on the left. We will be able to impact the entire battlefield from there. I must refuse, young lord. To do so would result in far too much Gyokuho blood being spilt on the first day. I'm telling you to stop giving me this queer special treatment, Aku. There is no good reason for you to keep the Gyokuho in reserve today, or do you mean to tell me that even now you and father think of the Gyokuho as... Do not be so conceited, young lord. No one is giving you any sort of special treatment, and of course, I mean those words in both the good way and bad way, okay? Good and... Why are you so confused about you in the back there? Good and bad. Good way as like special treatment, like, oh, yeah, you're going to be facing all of them. You're going to have so much glory. Or bad way, like, you're still just a kid, little boy. You're still just a kid. Like, no special treatment, okay? I actually believe him. I truly believe him. That's General Aku for you. He clearly understands that. If the young master knows that his father was involved in the plan making, then his reaction to being left out in the situation wouldn't be to think that it was done out of father's concern about his son, because he has no great expectations of the young master. And the reason for that is, Ako-sama, the enemy has sent out their first waves. Please hurry, I'll be right along. Young lord, I would like you to appreciate the importance of this message, seeing as I personally came to deliver it on the eve of battle. A time will come where the Gyokuho's strength will be needed, and if at that time your strength has been reduced to a fraction of its whole, then all will have been for naught. So until then, I would ask that you remain composed, and even then, this is a battle that will require both the Aku army and the Gyokuho unit to unleash every ounce of fortitude and willpower possible to have any chance of victory. The Zhao left-wing first wave, the Gakue army. The enemy is approaching with roughly 10,000 men. We will match their numbers then. That cluster of banner, there's a Zhao commander amongst them. Then I shall go meet him. Okay. I'm just trying to look at like his helmet. We don't get a real clear shot. I kind of like the ruby that's embedded in. I know they all have like sort of like diamonds, rubies, whatever embedded in there, but I like his specifically, like just right in the center. I really like that. The Echo army is off. Looks like General Echo's heading out as well. What? What's in there? General Echo is a warrior who dislikes resorting to salty kanji. People often say that General Mako. So Mako is second. The second commander is real strong at offense, but Mako actually kind of likes using the little tricks and feints. No general Mako. What do you mean no general? What? What's the person? I don't understand that bubble. People often say that General Mako, the second commander, is real strong at offense, but Mako actually kind of likes using little tricks and feints. And then the person in the back says, no, General Mako? I don't understand that line. On the other hand, General Akuhi, he just like straightforward, is a type who would ride straight at you, fair and square, with nothing to hide up his sleeve. So he's basically like he's basically Mobu. Mobu 2.0, that's basically what he is. His men are all just like him, and will fearlessly charge into anything and keep advancing forward. Not gonna lie, they give me the chance. It's why, like, previously, he was like, oh, take as much time as you want, while everyone else was freaking out. He's like, no, doesn't matter. They can outnumber us 5 times. We'll take them out. That's basically the kind of attitude he does. Back when we were in the Ocean Army, we got assigned to the Echo Army a number of times too. That was a real nightmare, wasn't it? If I could never set foot here again, I'd die a happy man. Okay. Turn these Shin mongrels to skewers. Look! The Zhao soldiers are speeding up even more. It's the same for the Arco army. They're about to hit each other any second now. If you wish to win your father's acknowledgement, then watch this carefully. For this is the most trusted of all your father's vassals. First amongst his warrior commanders, General Arco. You see, there's always bodies flying around everywhere, like, let the bodies hit the floor, let the bodies hit the floor, let the bodies hit the... like that, basically. So that's the most trusted. Basically, Mobu. That's really the way I see it. Basically, Mobu. That's basically who he is. He's basically Mobu. Chapter 524, Weight of Resolve. Pure single-minded devotion to following his conviction. They're all charging. The Sour Shoulders and the Echo Army are about to clash. Ding, 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 ding. Just like the horses, just... The people like... Just, yeah. The Battle of the Bastards. It actually makes sense, unlike that battle. Oh, shit. Did I just throw shade? Yes, I did. I always do. The people land, people flying. Right from head on. With this, both sides will be... No. It's from this point on that the Echo Army will show their superiority and they just keep going. They just keep going and going and going. These guys, they don't even care about their own men. They're still charging forward without any regard for the wounded. And that's right. It does not matter who or what stands in their way. This cavalry coming from the rear will not slow down their advance for anything. Even if their own father or brother were the one lane before them, they would still charge forward at full speed. This merciless lack of hesitation will result in a huge difference in strength between them and their opposition. It's due to this that there has not been even a single occasion where the Aku army has been defeated in a head-on clash. Damn. I kind of want to see him go up against Mobu now, because Mobu's like basically the same thing. It's like, oh yeah, all your tricks, all your strategies mean absolutely nothing to me. And it's basically the same, he's basically the same attitude. Look, the Echo army can't be stopped. They're pushing deep into the Zhao ranks. It's like, yeah. It is my honest opinion that the Kyokuho's cavalry could be considered to be top class, even amongst the entire Shin military. However, I do not believe you possess the same level of ruthlessness for the sake of victory as demonstrated here. The men of your father's first commander are many times stronger than you give them credit for, young master. Sweep away all who stand before us. Ha! Gakue-sama. The enemy is making vast inroads into our right flank. Same for our left flank. How can this be? We're losing everywhere else. An army specialized in making frontal assaults, huh? It seems we have slightly underestimated them. On me! We'll go for the commander. First, we must stop their advance. Oh, you're gonna die, sir. You're gonna die. Quickly. Yes, sir. Yeah, Chogari Dono. Why were you willing to give Gakue the honor of the first attack? Both Gakue and his men are by no means weak. Hence, by observing how he fares with the enemy first, we can gauge their true strength. Haha. I had exactly the same sentiment. And almost immediately it has become clear that these 20,000 soldiers are not to be looked down upon simply due to their smaller numbers. Agreed. Then I shall head out next. And Getsuo. Alright, we're off. And he goes off. Is it not a bit too early for that? I was born and raised in West Philadelphia. I was born and raised on the playground is where I spend most of my days.
Chilling out, Max, I'm relaxing, all cool now, shooting some b-ball outside of the school, and a couple of guys who are up something good. Gotta make control in my neighborhood. I got one little pirate Manga dancing, moving around tonight. It's for that. I bet 10 Peter with her, and every day he's gonna kick the neighborhood and send me away. I'm walking outside, kick it. First class, man, it's bad. Get out of the
Drinking champagne out of an orange glass? Drinking orange out of a champagne glass? Is this what the people in Bel Air are living like? This might be alright. This might be alright. I was born and raised in an oaf, so I'm afraid that notions like national pride don't even spark into passion in my breast. That being said, Shin's invasion this time has evoked a response even out of me. They have come with one goal in mind, to wipe Zhao off the map. To wipe Zhao off the map. Fools like them are so blinded by the conceit that they have erred from their path. It is time for them to taste Banaji's iron hammer of rap. He looks like a Warhammer kind of. This guy straight up gives me Robert Baratheon vibes, like straight up with his Warhammer in hand. He faced the young lord, the young prince at the trident, and smashed his breastplate in. Straight up looks like a iron hammer kind of person. Banaji, and I'm trying to remember their names, but I won't. I'll be honest. I'll just call him Banana G. Banana. I don't know. Banana G. Forward, keep pushing. Spare no one. We will teach them to fear the might of the Agnet. Here comes Banana G. It's not a hammer. He's got a glaive. Why you say iron hammer then? You're a liar. People, decapitated. Kingdom, decapitation. Everyone, decapitation. It's always decapitation. It's just the way it works in this show. Decapitation. Everyone just decapitation. It wouldn't be Kingdom without that decapitation. So every time we see Kingdom, we can always expect the decapitation. So if you know what you're watching, if you know what you're reading, you're expecting a decapitation, and that's just the way it works. Decapitation. People keep being decapitated. Decapitation. The left. Enemy attack. A Zhao detachment has appeared from the left. Not good. We need to help the first and second over there. Yes, sir. Rumble. Echo's army, second wave, 5,000 soldiers. Left flank. There are more heading right for us. Rumble, what? Upon joining the battle, Bananji split his force into two groups, an attacking force of 3,000 and a destructing force of 7,000. Interesting. So Akko's second wave, Akko's first wave. Akko's first wave going up against Gakui, and they're obviously not stopping. As we heard, not stopping, just going. The 7,000 men of the destruction were sent to intercept Akko's second wave, forming a wall, preventing them from aiding Akko's first wave. Taking advantage of this opportunity, the 3,000 attackers would deliver a fierce blow right to the vulnerable flanks of Akko's first wave. Not only is a ferocious fighter, but he also has a sharp eye for tactics too, as expected. For Riboku-sama to have appointed him as his deputy was not for nothing. Most certainly, Riboku is good with people. He knows his people. He knows the smart one. He knows the talented one. If one were to assume that Bananji's strength of arms happens to be on a similar level to the likes of Kaishibo or Rempa. Whoa. Let's not. No. We're not going that far. We're not going to Rempa. No. Well, then he could very well be one of the key factors in deciding victory or defeat in this clash between the Riboku and the Osen army. No. He's hype. He's a hype fodder for Akko. That's basically what's happening here. Akko-sama, something is amiss to the left. It looks like they're under attack. Akko's army, second wave. We must go to the general's aid. In your dreams, die. Shit, it's no good. We can't get through. However, at this very moment, there would suddenly appear a unit of cavalry speeding through the small gap between the first and second waves of the Akko army, bracketed by fierce fighting on either side. Rumble, rumble. So you got Akko first wave, the Gakwe army, and Bananji army attackers. Akko second wave, the Bananji army attackers. Then rumble, what? Riders in the gap. Who are they? Where did they come from? Bananji-sama, look to the side. There is a cavalry unit running right alongside us. Rumble, they aren't one of ours. We're punching in through here. Yes, sir. He's targeting my middle, so as to isolate me in the front, send me. Newcomers to your right, aye, sir. Here they come. Kill them off. The spear. Ding, 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 ding. The spear. Ding, 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 ding. The spear. Ding, ding, ding. I don't know how to... I wouldn't know how to use a spear, honestly, because it just feels... Like... I don't want to kill something like that. Like, you always have to have it, like, low, but, like, up here... It's like... It just doesn't make sense. So you always have to have a spear down here, like... Or, like, up here, like... But, like, how do you hold it where he's holding it, which is, like, here? Like... I couldn't use a spear, alright? A sword, sign me up. Spear, I wouldn't be able to. I straight up, I wouldn't be able to. But anyhow, General Akka's going to tell you off later, you know. Shut it. Alright. Elhan hops in. Basically, ignores everything that was said. The question is, did Osen foresee this? Did Osen foresee this? Or did he not? That's my question. It looks like the Gyokuho unit has entered from the left. What? Weren't they meant to be standing by until further orders? Aigan, take overall command for now. 100 riders on me. Together with the Gyokuho, we shall pincer the enemy and slay their commander. Yes, sir. Our rear is not following Bananji-sama. Where they stopped by those cavalry that cut in just now. Bananji-sama, enemy horsemen approaching from the front. Rumble. There are so many flags. Is it their commander? Well. So everyone's going towards Bananji. You see these waves of people. The ambition! We have to break through them! We cannot let Bananji-sama stand alone! Oh, it's like... I'm not even going to pretend like... Because he's holding it there. So maybe 100? But even then, like... You're not going to kill someone 100 with a spear. It just makes no sense. 12. Kanjo! Sir, I'll leave the rest here to you. Stay here and keep the enemy's rear busy. I'll be going after the enemy commander's head now that he's been isolated. As you command. So long as I stand here, you need not worry about your back. Good luck to you. Kyoko. I thought somebody was laughing like Kyoko. But no, it's actually someone's name. Kyoko, you go too. Okay. If anything happens, I expect you to protect the young master with your life. Good. Let us be off, Banjo. Yes, sir. Gotta say, it's not every day that I see you just let him run off like that, even without a word of warning, Captain. Phew. It's not like I want to argue with him at every opportunity. But us being here still is completely disobeying orders. It happens, right? But as an independent strike force, this attack was definitely the correct decision, exactly. In just one move, we've rescued the Akko army's first wave from a dangerous situation and placed the enemy commander right in the middle of another, yeah. And Akko, he clocked onto that as well right away. He's like, yeah, okay, no, we're going after him right now. So switch up right immediately. And if we're able to go on and actually slay him as well, then the right battlefield will immediately swing greatly towards our favor. Seems like his eye for strategy is getting sharper and sharper by the day, eh? Hunsama, that is, yeah. No mistaking it for anything else. I guess the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Stop. Yeah, you're right. Osen just looks and he's like... I wonder if we can't tell anything from his face. That's the annoying thing. And he doesn't say anything. He basically says like 2 lines at any time. You know, the most he says is really like 2 lines or something. So we don't know whether he's actually like, oh, good choice, my son. Or whether he's like, you're naive. I had all this planned out. If only you had done your mission. You're naive. Akko could have handled, but you're naive. I can't read what he's thinking. It's just ... Like, come on, give me more than ellipses, bro. Everyone else, you know. Kaku, move yourself up in front of the young master. What's the matter, Kyoku? Nah, just I've been getting this bad feeling for a while now. Oh no. Oh, you're right in front of Bananji. He actually does kind of remind you of Rempa, just how huge and imposing he is compared to everyone dead. What the? Dead. Even he. It's like, nah. Oh, his dead corpse just goes flying to Ohan O and has to cut it in half. Protect Honsama! Oh, trot. I am Bananji, one of the three Zhao commanders charged with the left wing. So you must be the famous Gyokuho unit, huh? You have some cheek to interfere with me. He's huge. He's as big as Shaman Mobu. One of the commanders. And he chose to turn around and target us on purpose. Never heard of you. And nor will I need to remember your name. Oh, I was like, and nor will I... Yeah, left hand. And everyone obviously is this. And nor will I need to remember your name. For I, Ohon of the Gyokuho unit, shall pierce a hole upon your brow with a single blow. Phew. Never heard of me, you say? Well, I suppose that is to be expected. For in a true field of carnage, things like decorated names hold no worth at all. You may not be aware of this as it occurred within Xiao borders, but on many occasions Xiao has dispatched celebrated and esteemed commanders to Gainmont, located to the extreme north. Every single one of them died before even reaching the end of their first month. Okay. He's saying, I killed them all, I did it. Ganmon, the same northern stronghold that lies on the Zhao Jingyu border, gained by the rumors. The war against the Jingyu nomads has resulted in the ground there becoming a land of death that surpasses even the struggles of our plane. So this man is one of the officers who has served in the north all this time. For the longest time, I had thought that there would be no other existence that I would curse as much as the Xiongnu, for they are a scourge that has ravaged the entirety of the northern reaches. All that changed when I accompanied Riboku-sama to Kanjo last year and met with your king. Not only the northern reaches, but our whole state, and his ambitions do not end there, for your king shall raise armies to stamp out all of his 6 other states entirely. It is he that is truly a beast among beasts clad in human skin. You, and you who would serve as his blades are no better. Imbeciles. I think he's about to die, bro. Before we even read that, I saw like the spear and I had to scroll down right away, but now he just like slash it away. I feel like he's like in the middle of talk, like, yeah, and I will do this and that, and I thought that was what's gonna happen. I was like, bro, no. Imbeciles like you that cannot even hope to compare to the Jingnu shall taste the iron hammer of Ba. He's like slapping away, not like, nah, son. I would ask that you learn some history before jeering at someone's king. The last 500 years has seen what was originally 100 different states consolidate into the 7 that stand today. You could say that given that trend, unification to one single nation is the answer that our history seeks. Honsama, grit. What drivel! Of course, I am fully aware that you also have your own reason for fighting, and it is because of you, and it is because of us. And it is because both of us remain unbending in our convictions that we stand here now in a battle to settle with might what words alone cannot. Come, Bananji, today will be the day where I return you to the earth as one of the Shin's King's blades. Let's see you try, Ohon of the Gyokuho unit. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are done. Man, I actually quite like the fact that we had like this massive spotlight on Moten, and now we're having this, spotlight on Ohon, as predicted. I mean, we've had, a lot of spotlight on Shin already, so it's actually very, very nice to get a spotlight on all other major, new generation talents. I felt like it was kind of maybe like a weird cut to away from Moten to Ohon, because like Moten, was in the middle of like, oh, let's strike, let's have some fun. But like, with Ohon, his battle right now, it seemed like he's in a battle like a commander. He's about to go up against Bananji, and either he makes it, and he kills Bananji, or Akko comes in and kills Bananji. It's either or. And I feel like we're not going to cut away until this business with Bananji is settled, because I feel like right now cutting away would kind of not make sense, honestly. I need a haircut. But I feel like right now cutting away wouldn't make sense at all, because by the time, if we come back like 10, 15 chapters later, it's like, bro, all attention is gone. all attention is now gone. So I don't think we're going to switch away, which I feel like we're going to get. I feel like with Moten we got a lot more strategical aspects. With Ohon we got a lot more, I want to say instinctive, to be fair. I like instinctive, but instinctual strategical aspect as well. But like, we got a lot more, him now going after the commander straight away, being very direct, whereas Merton, he didn't have the numbers, so they and he's the more strategical one too, so it kind of makes sense. So yeah, I'm actually intrigued by this, and obviously Merton basically said the same thing to us, and like there's another that's far more deserving to be part of your vassals, and you've been overlooking him this entire time, so stop overlooking him. And that's basically what's happening here, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing what happens next, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna get myself a drink, and I'll see you all next time, everyone. Until then, have a nice day, peace out, and bye. Hey everybody, if you liked this video, please be sure to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And if you want to see more of these kind of videos, be sure to check out Patreon to get 1 week early access as well as full length. Until next time everybody, peace out and have a nice day.